well, with one character less, but still a meeting to be had between, well, the four of you guys, because Kaida, Kristoff, and Grimwald were together, and
Grimwald just got pulled off by some other, I'm trying to think, some guard or something like that on the way over.
I mean, he can still be there. He just
Yeah,
won't be very very participatory, at least for this day. The next day, we'll see what business calls him. Kristoff and Kaida, you have this letter. Does it have, I mean, I assume it would, like a time when to meet, Theron?
I mean, didn't really have a time in mind. I was more operating under the lines of come as soon as you get the letter.
Right, I see. Okay. Well, that sentiment is made clear to you, Theron. Kaida, Kristoff.
Give me a second, someone just buzzed the apartment door, sorry.
So what do you do?
Well, I'll suggest that, we go. We don't have any other leads. Unless if you guys have some.
This seems like the best chance we'll get for now.
Okay.
Head on over there.
So, from the Silver Moon Inn to Theron's Brewery is a bit of a long way. You will get there, by the time you get there, night will have already fallen. But it is easy enough to reach. It's a place that you had been to almost before.
Okay, sorry about that, I am back.
No, it's okay. As what the hell? Oh fuck. Okay. As the three other people arrive in Maddox Liquor Breweries, the brewery specifically, not the signature bar that sells your products. I assume you've told people that you send out for some people and that you should be expecting guests?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are not interrupted necessarily. You do have to ask where Theron's office is. I assume you're meeting at your office, Theron?
Yeah.
Okay. And you do get directed to Delvin, who takes you up to Theron's office. And you now find yourselves in there. What would you do?
How big is the office? Just out of curiosity.
It's probably about the size of like a pretty, I would say like a large kind of like bedroom, but like it's still like contained enough to be like a very private environment, I guess is the best way to describe it. It's not like super huge or anything like that, but it's like enough for like a desk and like a small meeting kind of area, I guess.
How many cubic millimeters?
Oh God,
cubic millimeters, Mike.
Yeah, that's some real exactsy shit right there.
Lot. That's a lot. 1 cubic meter is like 1 million? Something like that? No. Hold on.
1,000 times 1,000.
1,000 times 1,000 times 1,000. 1 billion. 1 billion
cubic
millimeters in 1 cubic meter, so that's a bit more than 3 feet. Anyway, Delvin, have you told Delvin? Well, I mean, he was there with you, so
yeah, he would know.
I don't quite understand why you called these people here, boss.
And you don't need to. If you would please excuse us.
Very well. He steps out, closes the door behind him. You trust him enough to know that he's not going to be like listening in, and we will keep your other people away for a little bit.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm gonna cast, before the conversation starts, I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. If you want to do so sneakily, you will have to give me a sleight of hand check.
I am not gonna be doing it stealthily.
Okay,
this is gonna be it's gonna be blatant. And
you are seeing this the Dragonborn cast a spell.
Wait, now he's casting a spell? I'm not very familiar with magic.
I mean, it is visible.
Okay. What are you doing?
I am looking into your thoughts.
Why?
Because I find you strangely interesting, that I've encountered you 3 times so far. Or was it a Brewster? And I want to figure out why.
Speaking of which, how do you know about a connection between your rivals and Yuan-Ti, was it?
Sorry, the stupid apartment. Alright. One more time, I'll be right back.
I'll buzz the door again.
So, I mean, he's not stopping you from casting Detect Thoughts, so you'll get the surface thoughts at least, and then if you want to go deeper, you do let me know.
Also, you've got some background noise, kind of.
Yeah, also that.
I have some background noise.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, jeez. Alright.
Just give me a little bit. Let me just take care of that background noise.
What background noise? What's happening? What now?
He has some background noise. But he's
okay.
Also, he did cast Detect Thoughts, and you didn't really stop him.
Wait, what?
Or are you trying to stop the Detect Thoughts from being cast?
Do you guys still hear the background noise, or is it?
No, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Alright. Theron will sit down, and he'll say, "Okay, fine. If you want my thoughts, you can get in. I just hope you'll be not too judgmental."
Okay.
And Theron will just sit down in his chair and just stare Kaida down pretty much. No evil looks or anything like that. Just very calm.
Okay. So Kaida, if you want to get some deeper thoughts, I would think then that, let's see, how is it written? Okay, so Theron, if you want to just let him in, you can just choose to fail the save, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Basically.
So do elaborate what your deeper thoughts are in this moment.
No. Well, for me, actually, I'm going to be, first of all, seeing for mainly how he got, basically how he got the information, or try to search for, how he got the information connecting to all this Yuan-Ti stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, what would be playing through my mind would be the meeting that I had with the Refali, with the what's his name? I can't think of his name right now.
I totally forgot as well.
Yeah, well, whatever. No, that's the cousin. I have that one.
Yeah, the cousin and the other 2 people. Did I tell you their names?
I assumed I would have gotten them.
Yeah, I probably would have written them in for this, so maybe I didn't.
Whatever. I'm not too worried about it. But you'll see the meeting playing out where it would be Theron going on. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would also remember the day. It was just like yesterday, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the day before.
Yeah, so it'd be me going to the meeting the day before, and shaking hands with the leader, I guess, because I don't remember the name. Don't got the name. Shaking hands, making a deal, but you'll know that it was a disingenuous deal. Theron had no intention of actually upholding it. And that this is really just a means to an end to him to stop people spying on his company.
Mm-hmm. After seeing that, I'm gonna search to see if there's anything else, if Theron himself is involved with the kidnapping of my people.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you see a lot of shady business, but not kidnapping specifically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I guess there was kind of that one. I guess it was kind of Deimos, kind of.
I mean, you were being followed.
He was apprehended.
Yes, he fucked around and found out.
And then lastly, I'm gonna just inquire more information about if this is an actual brewery business or if there's something more.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more. So this is really a front. The liquor is just a front for the crime organization that Theron runs out, and that you'll know that he overthrew the last gang that was running his where he came from, the little what is it, the east side, the Eastgate district. Theron overthrew the gang there, and now Theron operates under a new name, the Watercress Gang. And the Orgal aren't anymore, but they were the gang, and that there are still people that are a part of the gang, he presumes, but he's beginning to feel more like now it's a front for the snake upwelling, I guess is what the Yuan-Ti upwelling.
What was the gang? It was Watercress Gang?
Yeah, the Watercress Gang.
Watercress Gang. Alright.
I mean, it is also a pretty successful front, and if he wanted to, he could stop and just do brewery, but nah.
The audacity.
I mean, some people want more interesting lives.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. But yeah, maybe you take a look at Kyle, you see him kind of his eyes kind of looking around, kind of digging through the brain, but then he blinks and his eye stops glowing. And then seems that I've seen everything I need to know, besides the information that you're about to give me.
Would you mind? I mean, Grimwald speaks of. Would you mind sharing some of that information? We came here in a bit of a hurry.
Is he asking me or Kaida?
Both, kind of.
I'll say it, and you can verify. How's that sound?
Sure.
I ended up attempting to make a business deal with the Rafali family. They run a brewery down on the way. They had been sending spies into my business, and so I sought to end their spying, and I was hoping that maybe a business deal would work between us. But they, unfortunately, didn't seem very interested in more money, which makes sense. I mean, they make enough. They had requested that I get them bodies to experiment on. And I agreed, and he'll do like Theron will do like air quotes.
Mm-hmm.
I agreed to assist them in return for their ceasing of the spying. However, as I went to go and shake the owner's hand, I saw that his hands were quite scaled.
Can I do an insight on what he just told?
Sure,
Sure.
you can roll deception, I guess, with disadvantage.
Me?
Yes, you and insight because
I'm not lying,
it's the
am I?
truth. Yeah, so and also you have Kaida confirming.
Yeah.
It's a solid 9.
Sorry, am I doing deception? What am I doing?
But with disadvantage,
Well,
Okay.
just to see what happens.
I'm 12.
12.
That's a nat. That's a nat 1.
Oh my god. So,
okay.
So the thing is, Christoph, is that there's like a little bit of shadiness to Theron just present all the time, and you're like almost inclined to not believe what he is saying, but you have Kaida who read his thoughts, confirming what he is saying.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, if what you're saying is true, they want bodies to experiment on, and you think you saw some scaly hands on one.
Oh, I know. I saw the scaling, and yes, they did request as many people as I could muster.
Then, why did you write me and not Grim?
Wait, why'd I write you and not who?
And not
That you
Grim,
wrote to him and not to Grimwald.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I'm just curious and trying to help, and he's the proper god.
I'm not one who's really fond of guards, unfortunately.
I seem to recall that you wrote to all of them. I seem to recall that you wrote more than one letter. It just so happens that they were all together when they got one.
Yeah, that's why I'd that's what I wanted. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll just say that then. Just like I did send out a letter for everyone, but apparently only one was received.
That makes sense then. So, what exactly do you plan to achieve? I mean, this is obviously greatly appreciated, but I'm sure you're not just doing this out of the kindness of your heart, right?
I just want my competitor to quit spying on me, and I know he won't stop even if I do assist him. So there's no point for me to even bother with the deal, and it's much easier for me to just turn him in.
That does make sense to me.
Grimwald comments, well, even then, it's a whole organization, so... I mean, I can try and pull some contacts as well, but... who knows how far the snakes go.
I would pull contacts you can trust, and try to organize a infiltration from the inside. Because I'm supposed to be supplying bodies and people to experiment on, if you can get enough trustworthy guards built up, I can have you all delivered as test experiments, and then you can get in easy. You can infiltrate and surprise attack them, and then possibly obtain most of the Wanti who are there.
However, there is one problem.
Hmm.
If we're supposed to be delivered as sacrificial or experimental bodies, how do we get weapons or armor in there? I mean, you would assume that you want them unarmed.
They didn't specify.
So you expect
Well,
us.
there's
I
ways
can
around
I can just send you in as unconscious bodies, and if you have things, then I didn't want them. And I figured, I could just tell them to deal with it themselves. I assume they already do that anyways.
Okay, so, do you know like the location of their hideout, or do you just deliver to a specific like drop point or something like that?
Theron will look over to Delvin because he was there.
he's not there.
Yeah, duh, I forgot I sent him out.
But you do remember that they didn't really specify. Make an insight check.
Like a retroactive one?
Yeah, a retroactive one.
19?
19. You get some sense that they would be fine just with you dropping off people right there at the same place. Obviously, with some discretion.
Mm-hmm. During the night, try to cover it up as best I can. Probably in my marked carts. Or maybe probably not marked.
Probably
for
not.
discretion's sake.
Although it wouldn't be all that suspicious to have one brewer working with another either, so.
Yeah. Theron will say just like, I could deliver you in my carts, as I said unconscious earlier, in quotes, and you can just kind of slip your way in. I don't think it would be too hard. I think that's what they're expecting.
Perhaps this actually works.
That will probably work for you, but I'm not a fan of being snuggled or snuck in unconsciously. Or
Not the biggest fan of it either.
yeah,
I just need you to act. I don't need you to actually be unconscious.
But
I mean, I figure you conduct a show, so I figured you'd probably be pretty decent at acting.
it's not the acting that I want. I'm not going to be snuck in like a stolen good.
Well, we could always try and break in directly. See what's going on there.
Kinda.
Unfortunately, that would be something I'm not very interested in. I'm not going to front and charge straight into a possible trap. I would rather spring the trap on them.
Hey, Kinda.
Yes.
Do you know the invisibility spell?
As you said that,
Says Grimwald.
it's like as you said that, yeah, kind of turns itself invisible.
Okay. So
That could work.
That means we can bring up to 8 people in there invisible. Wait, no, 6. I'm stupid. My math is bad.
How do you mean?
Well, both Kaida and I can turn up to 3 people invisible each. I mean, I'm assuming Kaida can make people invisible if his magic works anyway, like
do
mine.
you have 4th level spell slots?
I do.
Kaida.
Yeah, I have a
Okay, so
fourth
yeah,
level.
you probably could.
I feel like a 6-man team that is invisible could probably get the thing done.
You 3 and 3 guards. I'm certainly not going in there.
Can we take one of your trusted men so that we know that it's not a trap on your side?
Theron will like shout over, Delvin.
You have to shout a little bit louder because you know.
Yeah, I
you
will.
do.
I don't. If I do it any louder, I might not be able to do the voice that well.
I got it. He like opens the doors like, yes.
I've got a job for you.
Enters, closes the door behind him.
You will. If you wouldn't mind, would you be willing to assist these 4 here in apprehending our last business venture that we attended?
That would be. I'm going to need some more details.
With the Rafali.
Right, no, I understand that, but well, I mean, they did see me with you, boss.
That won't be a concern. You'll be infiltrating with these 4 and I'm assuming 2 other guards.
Is Kaida still invisible?
Yeah, I'm still invisible, so
Let me make a perception check for Delvin. With disadvantage, that is a 4. So no, he does not see you, but like he did see you come in, he hasn't seen you leave. So
you'll be under
there.
I'm here somewhere.
You'll be under the guise of an invisibility spell, so they won't be able to see you.
I see.
So it won't be a problem.
And the objective is what? Are we?
I mean,
stealing?
You're capturing the leader and anyone else who might be a wantee. Have you heard of them?
Sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
And they are very snake-like people. They typically are scaled.
I see. Yes, I do. I've seen a couple actually. Yes.
Okay. So that will be your goal. Do you have any other questions?
When is this happening?
Theron will look over to the other 3. You pick the date.
Tonight.
Tonight? Oh my god.
I was just going to ask them how fast you can get to more guards.
Yeah.
like good ones, not just run-of-the-mill guards.
I'll ask around, says Grimwolf. It might take a little bit. I would need to make sure that they are, trustworthy.
Of course.
So, I mean, I could get it done tonight, but probably give me 1 day at least.
1 day?
Tomorrow it is done.
I mean, the day after tomorrow, because today is already almost over.
Yeah. Okay.
Might be useful to have a little bit of a look, see what's a good place to get in, get out, scout around.
Yeah. Sure, Kaida and I can do that while you try and find some people you can trust.
Well, I guess that settles it.
Good.
Any other business? Any other information we should know?
No. However, when you all leave, I would like Kaida to stay, please. I know you're invisible, so I'd like to ask that you please.
There's just like an
stay.
open spot where I was standing, so you just assume I'm still there, which I am. I haven't moved.
Yeah, no, Theron's just operating under the assumption that you just haven't left. You're still in the exact same spot. He's looking at you too, like
I'm still there.
True. I'm most likely, but
I'm looking at the direction where I last saw you at. But yes, I would like to request that Kaida stay. I'd like to have a little bit of a conversation with him.
Sure.
Yeah. Delvin says, "I'll take my leave then."
Thank you, Delvin. He shouldn't. He'll probably be better than me at fighting. Fighting is not really my forte.
Yeah, I figured.
I've seen you.
That was. I'm just gonna stop the turn of thought right there.
What? Sorry.
Nah, nothing. Anyways.
Theron's just gonna look at Kristoff and Grimwald and just do you need anything else?
At this point, I drop my invisibility, so pop back. But I'm just I'm one step closer to the desk.
I don't think there need anything else, right, Rim? No, I don't think so. Well, take a leave then.
Have a good evening then.
Thank you.
So Grimwald and Kristoff leave for the night, off to probably to sleep. Kaida is still there. What do you do?
So I'm assuming you didn't know anything about me beforehand, since you were so keen on getting in my head.
Yes, I have no idea who you were. The first time I saw you was between, I think, you were delivering something to some kind of mage academy.
That was quite an interesting evening, for sure.
Yes. Secondly, I saw you at the what's it? It was like a random warehouse, kind of, where my people were kidnapped.
That was quite an interesting evening walk.
Yeah. And then, lastly, was this there's third one. So, you sending messages out to all of us, but we were all together. Knowing information about this, so you didn't have my interest then, but now you have my attention, and now that I dig through your head, you definitely have my attention now.
Yes, and you have mine.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You work for the... You work at the circus, but you're quite a powerful mage. Use illusion magic. That's really all I have on you.
As you say illusion, I'll send a little horse that just runs across your desk.
Yes, that.
By actually the little horse is actually Amadeus. That's how he looks.
A little flaming horse?
Yeah, a little flaming Radidash.
No longer demonic, but still on fire. Nice.
Yeah.
How is that horse? That was a very interesting evening. I had to get my children out of there.
You have family?
Yes, I do. I do have a family.
Would you do anything to protect your family?
That's what this is. That's what this whole business is. It's to protect them. It's to provide for them.
It's like, I know what you... Since I've delved into your mind, I know I've seen what you have done. I haven't digged too far. I've digged enough.
But you know.
I do know. The circus is my family, and I will do anything to protect them. I'll do this one job, no, or thing. I have no intention of helping your organization, but this goal of ours works hand in hand in protecting both our families.
Yeah, mutually beneficial.
Yes. Oh, and Amadeus is fine, by the way. He's
Glad to hear it. Theron through this whole thing has just been like stone-faced. His facial expressions don't really change. He's just cold and stoic most of the time.
Kaida has actually been pacing around the room, just kind of looking around the room. If you have any like bookshelves or anything like that, we'll just kind of look through them.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just be kind of pacing around the room while we're talking, looking at what's in your office.
The other night, or the other day rather, I remember you mentioning something about your circus that had kind of thrown me off.
What? Luxury of any kind?
Yes. Is that really that true?
Yes.
Theron will kind of smirk at that. Okay. So not too far apart then. I know you don't want any of what I do a part of what you do, but I wouldn't mind working with you. Although, are you really the head of this circus, or are you just one of the pieces?
You could say I'm both.
Care to elaborate?
I am a head of something, but I'm just a piece of a. I'm just a smaller piece of a bigger. What do you say? Scheme, goal, dream.
And what's that?
Something beyond, probably, perhaps, your comprehension. And something that you don't need to know.
I don't know. I figured since I was willing to share my life story that you would be at least be willing to open up a bit more. I gave the opportunity to dig around as much as you wanted.
That was you? But
I figured my show of trust would earn a bit more trust, but apparently that isn't true.
the way you work is not. You could say I'm not a big fan of your methods.
I'm a product of my upbringing.
As seeing that, I am still a little bit hesitant to tell you anything about what I do. But as long as you know my name, you can find out more. Names are powerful.
Fair enough. Well, I hope you will continue to keep my information discreet. I am not lying when I say I give you a great deal of trust. you could ruin me and my family.
That I could. That's why you shouldn't stand in my way.
And you know what I'm capable of. You saw what happened to the last people who stood in my way. And I'm not trying to be threatening. I'm just saying.
Do I seem afraid?
I guess not. Then again, though, threatening me out of nowhere seems like an interesting choice for a man who isn't afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll let you go if you'd so choose, or if you want to ask me more questions or whatever, then you may. But I do have other work that I need to attend to. Family business.
I know. Kaido will leave the room. So,
As you're walking out and closing the door, Theron will just say, "Have a good evening."
Nice.
alright.
Very well. So, you guys have a decent enough night of rest. We pass on to the next day. Kaida, Christoph, I don't know if you guys have any. Well, yes, you do have some spells to refresh on a long rest. So does Grimwald, but he's not here, so I'll just keep track of that. Anyway, the following day, a Friday by my calendar, bit of a busier morning as people are getting in and out of their jobs for the week. Kaida and Christoph, what are you guys doing for this day? Because Grimwald is going to be looking for some guards.
Yes.
What was that?
I was going to try and gather some information on the place we're trying to infiltrate.
Okay. What kind of information?
Basically, like looking around, seeing if there are any areas that would be easy to get into, if there are guards, if there are patterns of patrol, anything like that. Seeing what the security is like.
Okay. Let me do something real quick involving an owlbear. And I will get right to you soon about that. Make an investigation check, please.
Yes. 9.
9. Okay. So you were more or less told where the Rafali breweries were, and so you went in that direction to have a look, have a bit of an investigation. And with a 9, you do find the main building, which does have like a small house. Well, not that small. It's a bit of on the larger side. They are a rich family. They do have. Again, what are you looking for?
Sorry, what?
What you're looking for? Please tell me.
Well, first of all, obviously, guards.
Guards. Okay. With a 9, there doesn't seem to be any dedicated guards other than, the occasional city guard that, walking through the city.
And the other thing is just entrances. Like anything that you could reach and like could enter without breaking something. Like doors or windows that are not locked or can be unlocked.
With a 9, there aren't many windows. There are 2 doors that seem pretty secure.
Okay.
Or rather, there are windows, but they're like tiny. You cannot fit a person through there.
Hmm.
They have a process of fermentation. They do not want to mess it up with extra light and heat.
Makes sense. It's bad. Anything second floor? Like maybe a balcony or bigger second floor windows?
It's kind of hard to tell from the ground floor, and with all the people moving around, you can't get a good perspective on what the second floor looks like. There is a second floor.
Okay. Then I'll, for now, get back and get another second picture of the place in the evening.
Okay. Kaida?
Yep.
Anything?
I'll be around the circus, getting an update from I think for Veronica Linden, since she's just investigating with Amadeus, and then getting. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm having some lemonade.
And then talking to Havoc about positioning people around the Rafali. It was a brewery, right? It's a brewery, or
it's a brewery and a house.
Yeah, house to position some of our people around.
Okay. Theron.
Yes.
Anything from you?
I'm gonna speak to Delvin before he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least like the day, or like during the day sometime.
Okay.
Delvin, I need you to keep an eye on Kaida.
Of course. Any particular reason, or just in general he seems...
I allowed him into my mind last night. I was hoping to maybe gain some favor and get some information, but unfortunately, things haven't panned out that way. He has enough information that he could just ruin us at the drop of a hat. And he says he doesn't approve of what I do. But I also get the intention that he doesn't have any real reason to actually ruin me. But I still need you to keep your eyes open.
Very well. I can do that.
And your ears. Listen for any information that he might drop or entail to others. Because you never know what we might need. Understood?
Perfectly.
Okay. And when that circus opens back up, I want to have some of our guys trickle in there and try to get some information. Very casual, but I don't want to just let that be. They're hiding something in there. I just don't know what yet.
That can be easily arranged.
You're a good man. I'm counting on you this evening.
Not really, but you know.
Good enough in my eyes. No point to being truly good. That's how you get taken advantage of.
he's like, yeah, man, sure. He doesn't say anything. He just makes the motion. Okay. Christoph, you return to the Rafali Brewery in the evening. Make a stealth check, please.
Yes. Oh, that's better. 21.
21. Okay. You and a perception or investigation, your choice.
Ooh, into perception, yes. That's 24.
24. Perception?
Yes.
Okay. With this being the start of the weekend, essentially, and this being a brewery, you see that they are now in the evening sending out carts with beer, liquor, wine, whatever it is they make. With less people being now in the streets and now being in their homes or in bars, there's more of a chance that they would notice you, but they don't. Or the people who do simply choose to ignore you. Yeah. You manage to find around the back. One of the carts makes a stop and seems to be unloading something.
On the back, is there a door or part nearby, or is it just unloading?
Well, with a 20 whatever perception, there is in fact a door that is not meant to be seen ordinarily.
Okay, hidden door on the back. And at this time of the day, are there now any people specifically on lookout duty? Or is that just no?
It's kind of hard to tell if there are people on duty or if they are just people walking around pretending to be on duty but actually doing something else, or people who are just unrelated who just live nearby.
Okay. And I don't want to stick around too long, so just another quick glance if I can see any other entries on the second floor would be used.
Around the second floor, now with a bit more space to move around, you find two balconies. You can't see where they lead, but they are like there. They're not so much like a protruding balcony, but more like the second floor is smaller than the first, so like there's a little bit of space outside.
Hmm. Okay. Hidden door and two balconies. Got it.
Indeed. Very well. Let's see how Grimwald got. Can somebody roll for me a d20? As I look at Grimwald's sheet.
Sure. 13.
13, okay. Make a note of that. And because next session would probably be a heist or break into this place, I think we should leave it there as I make it more detailed. And I also make a sheet for Delvin, because you're going to be playing Delvin, mister. If you don't want to take yourself in. Does that seem fair? Darren?
Let's see.
Hello?
Is it there? Hello?
Hello?
What the heck?
I'm gonna go check on him. I'll be right back.
Huh?
Oh my god, he died.
What, you
no,
need
no,
me?
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Sorry, I just gotten. Yeah, sorry, I just gotten up for a quick sec to throw something out.
No, it's okay. I'm saying that with some investigation by Christoph, we can end the session here, so I can like make the brewery, let's call it a
Map and
dungeon
stuff.
itself, and also make a sheet for Delvin because you'll be playing him instead of yourself.
Oh, okay. Sounds good then. Sounds like a plan.
So we can have Grimwalds probably for that.
Oh yeah.
I want to steal all the fun.
Yeah. About the next weekend, I won't be able to make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can work around that too.
So if you want to do the heist without me,